Hi, this is Linda from Linda Loves Creating, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm putting together my Project Life spread for the week of March 13th through March 19th, 2023. And I'm working with a kit from the Paper Person shop. I believe it's from maybe last year or even the year before that. It's a little bit of an older kit. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so not a lot happened this week. I don't have a ton of photos. I only had one 4x6 photo, and I had this format for this side, so I chose the format that has 9 3x4s for the right-hand side here. And I'm just kind of laying out my photos to get a start, but you can kind of see from the photos here that not a lot was going on this week. I have pictures of the weather, which was snowy, pictures of my cat, and that's about it. This week, my cat went to the vet. It's just a normal checkup, and then my daughter was sick, and it was kind of just a rough week all around. So I was trying to decide which kit to use, and if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that there's certain brands and certain kits that I use every month, but I always have like 1 or 2 weeks that don't really have a kit designated for it. So that's when I kind of just go through my stash. Sometimes I stash bust. Sometimes I just pull out an older kit or a story kit, something that doesn't really have like a set week. And what I found in my stash was this kit. This is not part of the kit, obviously, but I found this kit from Kelly Purkey, or the Paper Person shop. And I think it was maybe from last year or a couple years ago. This kit is, I think, pretty old. I believe it's a June kit because it has some Juneteenth stuff. I'm using it in March, so I'm obviously not going to use any of the things that reference Juneteenth, but this kit is very perfect for this week because it's about being kind of like, it's about mental health, physical health, and kind of just working through hard things, right? So this was a hard week, and with the sickness and the vet visit, I felt like a lot of these things would work well. So I'm gonna kind of just go through this kit and figure out what I wanna use first before I go ahead and put you guys on fast forward. So this kit came with, these are just some freebie stickers. I'm gonna put the tray to the side. There's a couple of pattern papers here. This one I really like, and this one has like these things you could cut out and use as 3x4 cards, so I could see myself doing that, but I'm going to go through the actual cards first. But this one I really like and might want to use as my title card. I'm going to see what the options are in the kit for the 4x6 cards. There's also labels and these puffy stickers, which I think are going to be great for telling the story of this week. So the 4x6 cards, there's some journaling ones, but I'm not going to use that because I only have one 4x6 here to fill, which is a title card. Okay, so these were from the year when this was like on pattern paper and you had to cut the cards apart. So I did cut these apart. So there are some patterns here that I really like. This one's really pretty, but I think I'm going to use this one just because I just love that pattern, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the 3x4s first. So obviously not doing the Juneteenth. And again, these aren't double-sided, it's the pattern on the back. So this might be a good one for some stories. This was kind of a rough week, so I think some of these ones might be good. The Band-Aids are adorable, and the medicine. Here's for a longer story. This is another Juneteenth one. This is very me card, but I don't know that it fits this week. Just a cute pattern, another cute pattern. This one would be good for some journaling, cute pattern. I don't know that that one's gonna go for this week. And then these are, again, some cute patterns, fillers. So I think I definitely want to, I'm thinking about what stories I wanna tell. So there's a lot of little things. So I'm going to put that for those little stories. You guys know I love to do that. And then this one of pumpkin needs kind of like a background. So I'm thinking maybe like one of these patterns. Just looking at the different colors. But I'm also, you know, I know I want to do this for my title card, so I'm going to cut that first. So I know, so I can see like what it looks like next to everything. I'm just going to go ahead and crop this down. Put the rest of the paper to the side. And here. And I will probably put one of those labels on it to turn it into like space for the dates there, but not yet. So again, I have this here. I actually don't really like that now that I see that right there. So I'm going to move this one down here because I don't like those colors next to each other. So then the question is, I guess right here, then I think I want one of these filler cards. I actually might want both of these this week. Maybe I'll put this one here. Put this one over here. And then let's see, for my cat here, I can either do the tan or the navy. I'm gonna go with the navy because I like the contrast between these colors. And then let's see here. I think the Band-Aids might be super cute to tell the story of the vet. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is kind of put like a label or something on here and leave most of the Band-Aids visible. And then, oh, I need to get this one. Okay, so let's see. I have, the track practice was a big thing. So I'm going to, that was kind of the rough thing this week. So I'm gonna do some longer journaling about that rough stuff this week for my daughter. And I'm probably gonna do that off camera, but I think that I wanna put it on that one. Let's see, then we had a snow day on Tuesday, which can go on here. Summer went to the eye doctor. Let's see, I finished reading a book. All these are little stories that can end up on here. And let's see, then Saturday, Summer being sick. So I kind of have like three longer stories. I got the vet, Summer being sick, and the rough story. And then I don't really have something for there. I kind of feel like I want a photo here. And then, but like I don't have another photo or story, so I could just put this, but I don't think I want those next to each other. Thinking I'm gonna put one of these photos over there, probably this one of my cat, and then this here, no, I don't like that either. Trying to decide, like I don't want all these photos touching because I don't have that many photos. So I think I need a photo there. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this here. I'm going to put a photo right here, which I think is going to be this one of my cat. And then put this filler card here. I want this longer story over here. See, this is like, this takes me so long to shuffle this stuff around. And then what ends up happening is, see, I don't like the two greens together. I end up shuffling it around again after I'm done filling out the cards. Okay. So I think I want to use this one too. I think I'm going to crop it down. The pills, I don't really have a pill story for this week, I don't think. Actually told a pill story in the week before, which is how I found this kit, because I pulled out a sticker from here. But yeah, I think that looks good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on fast forward and start getting this thing put together.
Okay, as usual, I feel like this spread comes together pretty quickly. I think that with doing Project Life now for like 10 years, I have really kind of found my own process in this project so that spreads come together really quickly. if that is something that you are hoping to achieve with this project, I really recommend working within a kit because I feel like it helps so much to have a limited batch of supplies to pull from and then create a process where you go through the same steps every time. So after I lay out all of my cards, my first step is usually doing my title cards. So you can see I added a label from the kit, a puffy sticker from the kit, and then used my rolling date stamp. I accidentally stamped the wrong month, so I had just whited it out and stamped back over the top, and it works out fine. I'm cutting up this card here that says never not overthinking everything. It's really cute as it was as just a filler card with this text in it, but I find that I have more Project Life cards that I could ever possibly hope to use. So one way that I use up extra cards is by cutting them down and turning them into embellishments. And it works really well to use up those extra cards, and they create some really pretty and fun embellishments. So I cut out the text here into strips, and I put the never not overthinking everything on that picture of myself because that phrase kind of sums me up pretty well. And I added a puffy sticker to it. I added a puffy sticker to that photo of my cat looking out the window. He's watching the snow, which I think you can kind of tell in the photo, but not that well. And I am going to go back and add more to that card. But first, I'm working on this journaling card here where I wanted to add a little bit of journaling about my cat going to the vet, just kind of saying he's having his checkup and his current weight because it's something I like to keep track of. And I like putting it in my scrapbook. It's just a great place to track stuff like that. I snapped that photo of him at the vet, giving the vet kind of a death stare because he is not a fan of having strangers poke and prod him, which I totally understand. And so I decided to put some embellishments on it. And I wanted that one that says not today because he was just not having it. But I decided I wanted to add something else. So I went over to my stash and found this word phrase strip sheet that I believe is from Studio Calico. And I decided to add some word phrase strips, but instead of just adding it to the one photo that I'm working on now, this vet one, I decided to add one to that photo of my cat staring out the window. And you saw I kind of tried to peel up the puffy sticker there to add it underneath. I was semi-successful, but I just wish I had thought that through. But, it is what it is, and it ends up working. But I used one right there to kind of layer under that puffy sticker on the vet photo. Then I added another puffy sticker along the edge of the snow that says feeling tired of this, which is so perfect because that's exactly how I feel about snow in March. And I love that photo on the angle there because you can see my driveway and a little bit of the grass peeking out as the snow is melting, which is very fitting for this time of year. On this card here, I'm telling the story of my daughter getting sick this week. I think I've talked about this in other videos, but sometimes on my Project Life, I will tell the story of a specific day. So a card will be like, this is what happened on Monday and all the things that happened on Monday. But other times what I do is I do themes. And that's what I tend to do more frequently now. I used to do more the day-by-day journaling, and now I tend to do theme journaling. So this is the card about the theme of my daughter being sick. She got sick pretty much starting Thursday, and then on Saturday, we ended up going to urgent care. She was fine. She just had a pretty bad cold, and there wasn't really much they could do for her, but they did give her some cough medicine. And, it was just kind of the story about how that all came about and all of the events of this week that were adding to or about her being sick. This one right here, I'm going to tell the story about her track season started and she decided to quit track. I end up doing that journaling off camera because it's more personal to her and not something that she's wanted to share online, so I'm not sharing it online. But I did add one of the puffy rainbows and the word summer there because that is her name, just to add a little bit, because it's a story about her. This card right here has numbers 1 through 10 on it, so I'm using it for my bullet point list of the short little stories from this week that I just wanted to make note of. So there's just random little things that were happening. Some of them were bigger than others, like we had a snow day and we got 9.6 inches of snow, which is kind of insane, especially for this late into March, but it is what it is. But other ones like, just a movie I watched and that kind of thing, which I like just having kind of that detailed list to give me an idea of just the different things that were going on that weren't really captured by photo during the week. Now I'm just going through and putting the cards in the pockets. At the beginning of this video, I said that I was probably going to rearrange everything once I filled out all the cards, but it turned out that I didn't. I stuck with my original layout because I did really like it. Now that I'm looking at it, doing this voiceover, I don't love that the two cat photos are side by side on the top there across the two spreads, but it is what it is. Here's a look at that finished spread. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and don't forget to subscribe to see all my future videos. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.